Yes, I like this. He said there was a surprise. And that would be this coin. Very cool. What are their number? Well, I got the 45. And there's a note. It says, "Hi Bill, thank you. You sent a little too much," which I knew. I wasn't worried about that. So I included a wee surprise for you, and it would be the coin. I was saving a few for Patreon supporters. I'll be doing that soon enough. Thank you for your support. Your whiskey friend, Roy. Nice. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Love your channel. Love the way you run it. So you know what? While I'm here, I've been wondering how to start my thing. I can't figure out how to start it. So I'm just gonna get this out of the holder. Bounce around a bit. Sorry. It's just you start. So my top 5. I think it came from Scotch Test Dummies, and then Roy did it, Aquavite. So here would be my top 5, maybe 5-ish. I don't like to limit myself. So might be a little bit of a surprise to some. First one, Buffalo Trace, at number 5. But you could swap that with Angel's Envy. I like it too. Maybe there's a little less in the Angel's Envy. The reason for that is I've used some of that in another channel that I like, Stillet. His eggnog, aged eggnog, it worked really well in that. So anyway, along with other stuff. Actually, I think there was some Buffalo Trace in that as well. So in my number 4 spot is Michter's. I haven't done the American yet, and this is just of what I have and what I have open. So the Michter's is, I like it. I like it kind of quite a bit. I would say, you know, I hate to say classic bourbon, but there's caramel and wood, and it's sweet, and it's got a little heat. And anyway, kind of the same with Eagle Rare. One time, this was my favorite whiskey at one time. It's sort of changed. It is not my favorite anymore as I continue to drink. And gosh, that sounds bad. This has taken a bit of a back seat. It's still good. It's still, Roy likes to point out something being a great value. I think Eagle Rare is probably some of the best value here as far as money spent if you find it in the right spot. Normally around here it's in the Midwest. I'm in Nebraska. In a little suburb right outside of Omaha. It is anywhere from $29 to $32. Great price. I found it at one place it was $50-something, and that guy is obviously not going to sell much of that. Anyway, moving right along. It's tough for me to say call these between 1 and 2, and they are, I'm going to lower the camera, Brickway and the 10-year-old Bullet. Yes, I like the regular Bullet too, but not quite as much. So these two, yes, they are 1 and 2. You want to pick 1 and 2? Sure, flip a coin. And, you know, now the Brickway is probably not going to be found everywhere because it is from a local distillery that is here. It's in Old Town. It's in Omaha. Great. I think it's a great whiskey. They call it Mostly Honest. I think their webpage basically says they do source some. I know that there's some people that, you know, get tore up over the whole MGP whiskey thing. Yeah, well, I have maybe a little different take on that. I might get to that in a minute. So, but this is great stuff. I paid $36 for this bottle, roughly. I kind of hate to say where. It was the Walmart. And I'm not a Walmart shopper, but here Walmart sells whiskey and wine and beer. But it's good stuff for something that is. It's young. You know it's young when you're drinking it, but not in a bad way. So the 10-year Bullet. I mean, I'm sure everybody sees this. I don't know how expensive it is everywhere else. I paid $37 for this bottle. But I'm in uniform, so sometimes we get a better deal on some things. Sorry if that is the issue or the case, but it's really good stuff. So that's just the top 5 that I have. But some would say, well, yeah, but what else are you drinking? So there's some other honorable mentions in here, and I'm going to go through my cabinet so everybody gets to see the other stuff that I have. I'm going to start with my top shelf stuff. It's top shelf because it's the short shelf. So here we have Brickway also makes a vodka. Oh, my own little infinity bottle. I have Blanton's. There was that empty bottle of Bullet. Well, now there's a more full bottle. Rebel Yell. This stuff for the money I think is awesome. It turns out I kind of like a wheated bourbon. So this stuff I gave $27 for that, roughly. I think it's pretty good stuff. There's a Devil's River. I haven't opened that yet. So I'm going to try to do some blind testing and see how that works out for me. The tin cup, I haven't opened it yet. I have friends that like it. It was on sale, 15 bucks. I know that's horribly priced. Monkey Shoulder. I like Monkey Shoulder. This would be a pretty good gateway for Scotch. Calumet. I know this stuff gets horrible reviews. I don't get it. Other than it's being a little overpriced, this is really good whiskey. Enough of that for now. Stag Junior. I have 2 bottles of this. This stuff is rough. I guess it's got some flavor, but drinking it, you remember the silver balls on a Battleship that just tear through everything? That's what that's drinking. You know, when you take a sip of that, that's what that's like. That's just my opinion. So there's that Soldier Valley. That's another local. The other Brickway, local. Some Irish whiskey, 1792. I bought that when their rickhouse fell, thinking it was going to skyrocket in price. Not so impressed. Redemption. This is funny stuff right here. Redemption. What does it say? Bourbon. On the back of it, it says aged for like 1 year. Let me find my glasses. Yeah. So distilled in Indiana. So it tells you that it's an MGP, aged no less than 1 year. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's not bourbon. But hey, whatever. A couple of free samples of Scotch I haven't opened yet. So that was my entry level into rye. No, that's hard to drink. That was a fun. You can actually taste some of the apple in that as you get to drinking it. Another one that I haven't opened. Now we'll go with this bottom shelf stuff, which is to me funny. So we've got some Bird Dog. You've got 2 flavors of E.H. Taylor. Neither one of them are opened yet. Figure I'll do some blind stuff with that. McKenna. Weller. So the Evan Williams single barrel, the Elijah Craig, Cooper's Chase, that's another local, relatively local. Jameson, whose liquor cabinet shouldn't have Jameson. The Glenlivet, I actually like the 12 better than that one. Talisker, some awesome stuff right there. So I didn't include that. That would definitely be in this top 5 if this were just whiskey. Some rum, and I'm getting here to the real bottom shelf stuff. So there. Yeah, I'm really digging that. This maybe not so much. This is pretty good. Really like this. This, for what I'd give for it, is an awesome buy. I gave $34 for that when it was on sale. If I go home to Tennessee, that's a $100 bottle of whiskey. I don't think it's worth $100. I bought the Tomatin because Roy likes it so much. Now, I didn't find, this is the only one that they had at the store, so I bought it. When he goes to his live stream, I think that's what I'm going to be drinking. But anyway, so I'd like to say look forward to some more of what you've seen here, because I'll be doing more. For now, I'm Bill, Bourbon Professor in Training. Have a good one.